Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, the entire world is falling apart. Now, as you guys probably know, the Switch 2 just came out, and I'm excited for it. I probably will buy it, like I'm hyped up for it, but there's been a lot of skepticisms when it comes to it. Mainly due to the $450 price tag, which as of this current moment is actually more expensive than the PlayStation 5, which actually has way better specs, and although it is slightly older, well, I think a lot of people can argue that if you want to play certain games or a certain gamer, you may actually just want to get a PS5 instead. But the one big thing to know is that the price is kind of high. $450 plus also the games, over $80 or so. It's kind of expensive. But right now we're seeing a huge onslaught where it seems apparently the Switch is pausing pre-orders. You guys heard that correctly. There was like a website up on the Nintendo website and you were able to go and sign up for it. I myself already did it. And well, they have completely stopped the pre-orders for the console. As well, we're also potentially seeing maybe a price increase. Now, I don't think so. I hope so. But as you guys know right now with the presidency, not to go too political, there's a lot of trade war going on. A lot of tariffs, and basically that means like if China's making something, pay an extra 20%. If Japan's making something, extra 30%. If we need to get this, or this, you guys have to pay, and it kind of is raising costs, but also raising like the input costs, and just it's a very complicated situation everywhere. Now, ideally, it can get resolved at some point in the near future, but as of right this second, it doesn't look likely. The stock market's lost trillions of dollars in my portfolio. I don't even want to look at it. And I'm sure you guys would agree, but that's kind of like the ebb and flow of the market. Well, just forget about it, look at it a month or so, and ideally, it'll be back up from there. But that doesn't mean that the Nintendo prices may not go and change. So we're going to talk about the fact that the pre-orders are being canceled, and as well, there might be a price increase and also a delay, all due to the ongoing political trauma for the Switch 2, which is crazy because it just was announced the other day. So subscribe if you guys are new, if you guys enjoy the Switch news and also gaming news as well. Make sure you guys check out the Twitters and Twitches down below, the second YouTube account, and let's go dive on into it. I do kind of want to maybe give away a Switch 2, let me know. So very first and foremost over here, I have a nice highlight over here from Twitter saying, and as of right now, from the official Nintendo director over here, Eddie Garcia, pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2 in the United States will not start as of April 9th. So it's kind of like the rumored date. A lot of big retailers were dropping around then. They may still. So keep that in mind. Like, we're not really sure exactly what like a GameStop or Walmart might do, so don't take this as gospel. Things might go and change throughout these next few days or next week or so, but it does seemingly seem that right now, April 9th may not be the proper pre-order date, since saying in order to assess these potential impacts of tariffs and the involving market conditions, Nintendo will update timing at a later date. The launch date of June 5th, 2025 is unchanged. So right now, it seems like the launch date, fine. Pre-order date may change. Prices, ideally, are not going to change, but we don't know. We really don't know. We truly do not. Saying Nintendo is pushing back pre-orders for Switch 2 due to concerns about Donald Trump's newly announced tariffs, according to a statement sent by The Verge over here. They'll be fine, as we just mentioned. There is still no word on when pre-orders will begin, as it says Nintendo will update timing at a later date. Nintendo does still plan to launch the Switch 2 on June 5th for $44.90. So just want to remind you guys, right now the price is not changing. But that's where people are drawing a lot of concerns at. Number one is that the fact that the Switch is being delayed in terms of like maybe actually making them and making sure they're not being moved or whatever. But number two, on the potential of a like raised up cost. Now, we've seen all these consoles change prices quite often, actually, so it's not that much of a big deal. Or that clickbait. Maybe you guys would say a big clickbait. I'm not really sure. Hopefully not. If so, you guys can yell at me. That's fine in the comment section. Just to know, like, ideally, tariffs have and can cause price increases. We also even did see that in the PlayStation and other different countries. Same with the Xbox Series X. Inflationary issues as well as tariff issues, production issues have led to price increases already for this console generation. As of right this second, the Switch 2 is not increasing in price. But that's why a lot of people are kind of scared about this, because these tariffs are bigger than expected. And well, people are not happy with the overall markets themselves. So here's exactly why people are assuming there might be a price increase, why it might get better, etc. Saying over here is that the delay marks one of the most significant immediate responses from a major company regarding the concerns about Trump's tariffs and their impact on the business and consumer spending. Most electronics companies manufacture in Asia, home to some of the steepest hikes. So Nintendo Switch 1 consoles were made in China and Vietnam, and as well, Vietnam was hit by a 46% tariff, and China is now currently at a 54% tariff, which I do believe these are basically doubled on both ends. Nintendo hasn't said where its new console will be made as of right this second, but ideally, well, not ideally, but it most likely will be in either Vietnam or China. A lot of things are being produced around there. Nintendo also didn't say if it would raise the price of the console, which was announced earlier this week to be $450 in the US IPC, a trade group focused on electronics manufacturing, estimated that Friday that game console prices could rise. And this is the line right here. This is the line I'm talking about when I might have like price might increase or whatever. This line right here, because it has already happened before. It has not happened the second. I can't click you on that, but potentially over here saying that this could go and raise 50%. This is crazy. So, but it's true. Like, we've been kind of having this looming. I've even made a PS5 video on it discussing the tariff issues. So we know that this is a reality. Like, this is an actual reality that might happen in the world. This is a big deal. I mean, like right this second, we're fine. If you get your lock-in pre-orders or buy it the first few weeks, that's fine. It most likely will not go increase. I don't want to fear-monger you guys. I'm assuming the price has a buffer and profit zone in it. I'm hoping and assuming these tariffs will go and be a little bit more chill, so my investments can eventually go up, because I don't like losing money every single day. I want to cry. My retirement is going downhill. My stocks are gone. I have a little bit of Bitcoin. I don't even know if it's still even there anymore at this point. It's probably at zero. But either way, this is like a bigger deal than we kind of were expecting this, because analysts are looking at this overall, like, because this is like a big trade market vibe. And although the video gaming is not like the biggest deal, let's say for like the entire world, like, you know, lumber, aluminum, or military, whatever, that stuff's probably a little bit more higher up. But video games is still one of the most highest grossing industries in the entertainment sector. This is like fun money, discretionary money. So this is a big effect on the economy. If you're not going to sell 10 million Switches, that could be a lot of money, millions upon billions of dollars over time with software, etc. And that's a big deal when it comes to buying stuff, when it comes to selling stuff. And as we look through this all, it's very, it's very intriguing to go and see. So anyway, for this one, we've also had a lot of analysts kind of being a little bit more worried on this one. They're saying we are living in unhinged times. Would you be surprised to see the Switch 2 hit $500 for the base model? I wouldn't. And this is kind of where, like, not my title or clickbait or whatever it might go and be kind of ties on into, because it is technically a possibility for the price increase. As I mentioned, we have seen this before too. And a lot of people are like, why was it originally even costing so much in the first place? The Industries Trade Association thinks these new tariffs are likely to have games with large. I'm not sure what large means, but still. But right now, the real question is, what is Nintendo going to do? When these pre-orders reopen up, are they going to be flooded on in? Are they going to change the price? And that's what people are scared about. If they're like canceling pre-orders after one day and they're halting them and they don't even have these consoles out already, what if they do raise the prices? What if it goes to $270? What if it goes to $280? What if it goes to $500? And a lot of people are curious on what's going to happen in the future of video games. They can't predict the future, and no one really knows. And we really don't know what's going on with the government as of right this second either. And a lot of people are curious on this. Although, I'm like the more kind of calm you guys on downside, on the side of Nintendo will raise prices was Dr. Serkan Toto, CEO of Catan Games. Though he said at first he thought it was too late for Nintendo to raise prices after they announced it like literally a day ago, this delay has changed his mind. At this stage, he doesn't think Nintendo has much of a choice. It's very difficult to predict, but Nintendo will likely take a few days to run simulations, and then announce hikes, not only for the system itself, but also for games and accessories. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he is wrong too. But if sustained, these sky-high tariffs leave them no choice. Would you be surprised now to see Switch 2 hit $500 for the base model? I would not. What I also want to add is this. Why on earth did Nintendo not wait for the US to fix their tariffs first and then decide pricing during a direct a few days later? This made no sense. I do kind of agree on that. Like, we kind of knew that April 2nd date was for quite some time. Maybe internal dates were like, whatever, we don't have to worry about it. I myself would have maybe pushed it back another few weeks. Like, is it really that wrong to maybe push the Switch back to like July? No, I mean, maybe they had like certain models or prices for a long time, like a year or so. I can maybe see it. But like in the end of the day, like you could have waited if they really want to announce it. Although I do think there was a lot of pushback at $450. Imagine how much people would not be happy at $500. People at $500 would not be buying this console. I myself am still skeptical. I kind of want to give one away or buy one myself because I just think it's fun. Like, I enjoy my console. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, $450 is still kind of steep, and same with the $80 price tag. I'm really still not happy with that at the end of the day. I'm really not happy. But people are curious. Like, even like people like Matt Piscatella. They're like, hey, man, like, there's a lot of issues. Like, they're seeing a lot of type of stuff. Like, this is the tariffs. It's just the world. There's everything is hard to go and deal with, and it might be a responsible choice for them to change prices, and they need to go and care about this international supply chain and how everything's going, because everyone, the entire world, is reevaluating how they want to go and do the U.S. consumer pricing and what they want to do. So we'll have to see. Like, right now, it's on the table. Right now, these tariff charges are changing up a lot more, and people are very, very, like, just hardcore. And they're even saying, like, we're on these unhinged times, and no one knows what's going on with these tariffs. And while it is kind of seem like some guys just on a dartboard hoping for the best, we'll probably have a lot more clarity in the next few weeks, if not few months. And ideally, we're going to be hopefully okay. Fingers crossed. Like, it's going to be bad for consumers, they're saying, but it also might be good for the positive administration. And I don't want to be a completely anti in the tariff end, although it has been definitely destroying my portfolio and everything. Maybe, to be an optimist, maybe there's like something good that might happen. Who knows? Maybe at the end of the day, maybe it works out. God only knows. But we're kind of living through it ourselves to see. So give me your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Would you guys pay $500? Is that too much? Subscribe if you guys are new for Switch 2 news, everything else, Twitters and Twitches down below. I'll probably be streaming up on Twitch tonight, and I appreciate y'all so much for watching here in the first place.